So, Leeds United 0, Arsenal 4, and a nice comfortable day at the office after 3 piss poor performances in the Premier League. We really needed that result today, and we really needed it to be as comfortable as that going into the Chelsea game. And as I'm recording this with Kenny, Kem1972 on Insta, make sure you follow. Chelsea are losing at home to West Ham United 2-0. But obviously, before we get to talking about that Tuesday game, Kenny, the captain was dropped about bloody time. Bit of accountability setting. We'll get to him a little bit later when we go through the players in your review. Saka injured in the warm-up. And we're thinking, boy, this could be a long day here. Yeah, Leeds United, 2 home losses in the league all season, 1 loss in the last 11 games. And the first 20-odd minutes was absolutely abysmal. Bad advert for the Premier League. Then a little bit of class from Noni, who stepped in for Saka. And Zubimendi, 1-0. Noni again. Corner. We've now mastered the art of scoring own goals off a corner. We've doubled up. Now we just need an own goal off a penalty, which would be lovely. And we've completed the set.
I don't know how that's possible unless
hit the post on a crossbar, hit the keeper, and go in.
The keeper's back of the head. All right, fair enough.
Yeah. So then my striker. I know you don't like people over the age of 40 doing this, Kenny, but I'm doing it.
That's fine.
And then Gabby Jesus comes off the bench and scored the best goal of the game. 3 open play goals today. Lucky own goal. But all in all, we could have had 6, 7 if we really wanted to. They had 1 shot on target all game, and it was just a weak, feeble header. But that set us up perfectly, and we needed to go 7 points clear, firstly, and put some pressure on the other 2. Some confidence going into the midweek game, and some good performance out there today, because Zubimendi, I thought, was outstanding. For me, Noni was man of the match, but Zubi got it, I think. But what did you make of it, mate?
You know what? I think what's happening, the first 20 minutes, I think we're just getting used to the situation that, certain players who don't normally play were playing. And it was like it was a bit of shadow boxing from both teams. Leeds knew immediately that if they did go bomb forward, that we were going to eat them alive. And so they made sure that they kept the ball, like conservatively. And they made sure that, like I said, they had bodies behind the ball. But Madueke today, first and foremost, it was a great decision by the manager to leave Odegaard on the bench. I think that was an excellent decision. Odegaard hasn't been playing well, and there was many arguments. I know Odegaard's got, like I said, a group of association of fans, but can't disagree with that decision. And of course, unlucky for Saka to be injured, but then again, he's not been playing well either. So it's up to Noni Madueke to take his chance, because at the end of the day, I always say in football, one of the biggest misfortunes in football is someone's injury. But you know what? Football's full of players who dine out on someone's misfortune. That's what happens. So many big games across the years where a player isn't first choice, he gets injured. His mate comes in and takes over. Jeff Hurst, 1966. It grieves he didn't get injured.
Yeah.
There'll be no hat trick from Jeff Hurst in '66. So that's football. But I would say I was really, really pleased with Nolly, because his decision maker was fantastic. Unfortunately, when that second goal went in, I knew immediately it was a combination of Darlow and DCL, Calvert-Lewin, who
he punched it. The keeper punched Calvert-Lewin in the back at the end.
No, it's panic. Well, basically, what's happening is
that's exactly what it was. Panic.
Yeah, but he's not their number. He's not their first choice, is he? No. Keeper. So their first choice keeper got injured. But one of the things I was really pleased with is Declan Rice's performance as well. I thought he played with a lot of confidence. He wanted the ball. He had more space. And look, you beat what's in front of you. Of course, he had a difficult game against Man United. Man United are better than Leeds, and Nottingham Forest a bit more organised and stingier than Leeds. And Liverpool, they're the champions. So those are 3 tests in the league, and he played against better teams. But today, he grabbed the game. I thought Zubimendi as well. The thing with Zubimendi, you're going to get these performances with Zubimendi. There's going to be a lot of inconsistency. One thing about Zubimendi as well, one thing he's done this season, he's scored a few goals this season in the league as well. Not so much in cups, in the league. So he scored some important goals. And I thought the way he took his header was unbelievable. But
he scored, when you say, sorry to cut over you, yeah, he scored the opening goal against Nottingham Forest. Yeah, and in that game we were struggling. Today he scored the opening goal and we were struggling.
Exactly. But the thing with Zubimendi as well, for a guy that's not that tall, he does get up pretty high. And same with Timber as well, he gets up pretty high. But when we got our second goal, it was only a matter of time before we got the third and the fourth. And you've got to talk about Victor today. Victor is still finding his way, but you know, the substitution for Noni, bringing on Martinelli. First thing Martinelli did of any quality, put that cross in, and Victor was in the middle. And I always say when you're a striker, there are times when you ain't going to get the ball, and there are times you're going to fill up. Always make that run, because if you always make that run, at least you're where you should be.
Yeah.
If he don't pass to you, it's where he should be. Because the last thing you want to do is stop making that run, and they do pass you eventually. You're not there.
Yeah.
Now there were times when today when Victor wasn't getting the ball, they weren't spotting his runs. But what Victor did, rather than sulk, which is understandable, he made sure when Miley put that left foot cross in, he was there in the middle where he should have been, and that's where you get his goal. And I always say, as much as you're cheesed off with the lack of service, always assume that still make that run, and always assume that ball's going to come in. Always be optimistic as a striker. Just like as a defender, you've got to be pessimistic. i.e., even when danger's not there, you think it's going to come anyway.
Yeah,
as a striker,
sniff the danger out. Right, sniff the danger out, but
as a striker,
expect the ball to land.
Yeah, and say, all right, he didn't pass me then, but he's going to pass me the next time. He didn't put a cross in.
I feel like Martinelli's got a better understanding of our striker than anyone in the forward.
Well, Martinelli's part of the problem, because Martinelli, you say everyone talks about Saka and Odegaard. Well, Martinelli's a goal scorer as well. And there were times when Martinelli wasn't trying to pass him, but there were times in games when Martinelli's trying to find him. He's not as like I said, obvious or bad as Saka and
not as greedy on the ball.
As greedy, yeah.
He is greedy, but all forwards are greedy. Let's be real. But he's not as greedy.
Yeah, but I think he owed Gyökeres one after what he did to him.
After he nicked his goal the other night.
Yeah, I think part of that was obviously good play, but part of it, you know what, the big lad's not happy with me, so I've got to make sure I sort him out.
But did you notice it? Obviously, they were always going to go forward. Yeah, like even at 5-0 down, they would have gone forward. 6-7, they still would have gone forward. Show a bit of character for their fans or whatever. Yeah, that's how football is. Yeah, but
they left gaps.
Yeah, they left gaps. Yeah, and that's why I was a little bit disappointed Gyökeres went off. But that Jesus goal, what a goal, Kenny! That's one of the best goals he scored for us. That was a great goal.
But we know that he has it in his locker because he has quick feet. He's got lower sense of gravity. He's strong when he holds the ball off. For a guy who looks really small and skinny, he's actually physically very strong. So that was a combination of quick feet, strength, and, like I said, precision in his finish. And as I said, a very good goal. And that's the thing. It's like Jesus will score a score, but it's after Victor Gyökeres has scored a goal.
Sharon, the gaps were there. He could have bagged a couple more.
But the thing about both of them,
at least they're both scoring.
Yeah, let's face it. One great game doesn't make a season, because there have been certain games where both of them haven't been up to scratch. Yeah. They've definitely went up. Jesus wasn't up to scratch last week against Man United. Gyökeres certainly wasn't up to scratch. Gyökeres scores against Carrot and Marty. Let's be honest, Carrot and Marty are not good enough. You know, we'll be absolute liars if we were to say that Carrot and Marty are a team that we should be holding up in high esteem. But a goal's a goal, and I suppose it helps your confidence. But one thing I will say is that more of the same there.
Yeah.
You know, Chelsea's a massive game. They've left out 7 of their players. They're losing 2-0 to West Ham. I think Rosselló definitely sees the second leg as a massive game. I heard that from Declan Rice that the players are training tomorrow in lieu of the game on Tuesday. So that's when we've got to be up for it. Enjoy the fact that we got 3 more points. Forget about what happens between Man City and Tottenham. It's nothing to do with us. I know there's going to be some traitors out there who are going to say, "Oh, I'm going to be a Spurs fan today." There's one guy, good friend of mine. he said he wants Spurs to win, and he justified that. I said, I'll deal with him when I see him at that match. But I'll tell you one thing now. I will not be supporting Spurs tomorrow. Because you guess what? My team is 7 points ahead.
Thank you.
And if Man City win, we're still going to be 4 points ahead. I don't need any favours from Tottenham Hotspur.
And if you're looking for favours from them, mate, it's a long day, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And another thing as well, we'll win the league our way. And if we don't win the league, it's because we weren't good enough. It's not because Tottenham didn't try against Man City.
Yeah, we've been there before a couple of years ago, mate, when Son missed. Like, come on, get over it. Like, it's embarrassing. Listen, always love you, Kenny. I'll obviously see you Monday. And we can sit back knowing that we got our 3 points in the bag in a tricky away day that we made look quite comfortable, if I'm being honest. And now we can sit back and watch Aston Villa against Brentford and Tottenham against Man City tomorrow, knowing the worst ways we're still 4 points clear. Yeah, well, best ways we're 7 or 6 or whatever.
You never know what happens. Whenever that happens, you never know. Spurs might do anything other than their usual. Say 2-0 down and then start playing. That's more likely that happening. Obviously,
they'll bend over. They don't care.
Obviously, you have to look at the game at Villa Park, and they are in a title race. Aston Villa, if they keep on winning. And as we speak, Chelsea have brought on Pedro and Cucurella. So obviously the Rossinior is very, very, very unhappy with that first half, and so he should be.
Facts. Listen, man, I would say get home safely, but you're already home. So yeah, enjoy the game on Tuesday. Obviously, I'll see you Monday for the podcast. And Monday, sit back with your feet up.
Tuesday, well, you're going to see me 3 times this week, because if you think about it, Monday podcast, Tuesday fan cam, Saturday fan cam.
Facts. Yeah, man. Thanks. We will be there. We will be there. And yeah, listen, man, we're out. Jez next, and then I'll be live on here. Basically just reviewing the game and talking about the Tuesday game. And then I'm going live on the Reacts channel in, an hour and a half from now for one of the best games I think I'm going to watch this season. Fingers crossed. Elche versus Barcelona. That game should be end to end. So yeah, come and join me on there as well. Follow Kenny Chem 1972 on Insta. I've shared your posts. We're out. Laters. Gosh.